Nah, you straight.
Are you recording? Come on.
All right, walk in. Don't look back at the camera neither. Just walk in. What the hell are you doing?
Alright.
I know it's been hard being alone.
This what y'all wanted, right? That trail shit, that real shit. This that make you feel shit.
Wow, Ray.
Right now we're in Meriden, Connecticut. This is your stomping grounds, right?
Yeah, this is where I was born and raised. Fortunately, I guess. I'm not sure. It's a lot to. I'm brain farting right now. I don't even know what to say positively about Meriden, honestly. Besides myself, but that sounds very egotistical. Put new buildings and stuff. It's about the community. They start projects, and I'm not trying to bash my hometown. They start projects and don't finish them. Our people need buildings and stuff, and they're just taking them away from us.
Like there's a lack of third spaces here.
Yeah.
What is this, a theater?
You see what I'm saying? Like, this hasn't been open in some time. There's a lot of storefronts here that can be utilized for the community. And you know I'm for the community. I love the community. That's how you gain genuine connections, you know? Honestly, I love my people. I love you too. Oh yes, this is actually where Eddie Newstyle does his work. I believe this is his shop. Don't quote me on that, because there's a
Who is
couple
that?
of them out here. Eddie Newstyle, he's actually a known artist out of Meriden himself. Very dedicated to his artistry. Shout outs to him. Alright, let's keep it moving. See where I come from? You say how you doing, and you just get looked at.
What kind of third spaces would you put down here?
Well, right across here, if you could see, we do already have the YMCA. I do believe the youth community is what needs to be inspired most. And I'm not saying we don't have that kind of inspiration, because look at, we have little ones outside right now, you know, just having fun, being present. But I do believe there isn't enough activity to keep the youth off of the streets. Any activities such as an arcade lounge, there's no simple spaces like that where kids feel comfort. I feel like situations as far as the YMCA, it's more so of an organization and not really it's not really intimate for the people. You know, it doesn't say, oh, we're homey, you know. I feel like there needs to be more intimate spaces that can say that for themselves. Yeah.
Because like the issue with gentrification is that they don't really care so much about promoting third spaces. They care more about like restaurants or like places you can spend money at.
Yeah, stuff where they can make money out of it.
And a lot of people in areas like this just don't have that money. And I'm coming from Waterbury, which is sort of similar. Like,
yeah, so there's
a lot of us don't have money.
Right, there is a lot of poverty out here, and it's unfortunate, but there's not enough leaders who are willing to make that impact in their own hometown. And I feel like the next generations, we have to do our part in making that change. Because if not, we're gonna just keep repeating patterns that we've grown up around, that families we've been born into. So, I mean, it don't get realer than that.
There's a lot of a negative mentality that's pervasive out here.
Yeah. I feel like people don't carry enough optimism to go after what they want. Even if it is positive, they feel it's too out of reach because of how they've been conformed to their own personal environment growing up. Excuse me. And it took me a long time to get where I'm at today mentally. It took, I feel like, going through life with those kinds of negative experiences around me to want to see better, you know? Because I haven't had that growing up. Yeah, there may be role models, but not really too many in my family, you know, like the recent generation before me, which is my older sister, she is definitely a role model, and that she's only 4 years older than me. So with that being said, our generations just now started doing right by not just ourselves, but for our next generations to come.
Do you feel like our generation is, what year were you born? 98?
I'm
2000?
2000s, baby.
All right, so do you feel like our generation is less optimistic than past generations?
I believe it's the opposite. Somewhat 50-50, but the older generations are actually what project the most, especially currently, especially the fact that they see what we're all trying to do. I do see other people around me, at least in my peers, that have positively tried to make an impact in their community.
And that's outside of music as well.
Yeah, outside of music, as far as hosting free charity events, where we're donating school supplies for kids, like anything of that nature.
All right, here we gotta move out. We do have liberation, and I hear you talk about it a lot, like in our interactions. How much of a role does poverty play in the way you think about the world?
Poverty is pivotal. I feel like poverty is all some of us know.
Well, nah, because like I realize it's a really loaded question, and maybe even an ignorant one too. But like, for example, with me, right?
Yeah.
I spent so much of my life being told, this is not gonna happen for you. It could never happen for you.
Right.
That's without even factoring in the money shit. That's without even factoring in embarrassing things,
Yeah,
like a lack of
in
toilet
general.
paper, food, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, eventually it just stamped into your head, like, yeah, like you're not gonna be shit. So I guess that's what I mean when I ask that, right? Like, you have liberation, which the lyrics are rooted in wanting to motivate people to come out of that mentally because of your experiences with homelessness. In the second verse, I explicitly talked about mine.
Right.
And those experiences shape so deeply how I see the world that I even treat the people I love like crap sometimes. So like, I'm asking from that perspective, like how does your experiences and what you've been through, just not having much and being told that you can't be shit, how does that influence how you see the world?
Okay.
And does your positivity come more out of spite than?
So I get what you're trying to say. If it's more of like a trying to prove my point standpoint, right?
I don't know, is it?
No. So honestly, at first it was that way, you know. But that's more of like an egotistical perspective, I would say, and that's not how I operate. That's not how my being is. I initially get perceived as, oh, she tries to do too much. Oh, what is she doing? Why is she doing this? You know, I could care less about the outside opinions. I know what I genuinely intend when I'm operating with others. I feel like my core belief is that this is my purpose, to just stimulate inspiration and positivity in the community, because I've never gained that growing up. Not to say I have shitty parents. We all make mistakes and whatnot, but I do believe forgiveness plays a big role. Forgiveness plays a big role, and a lot of people have a hard time forgiving. And forgiveness doesn't mean tolerating. I believe forgiveness means just letting stuff be, to just let it go, to finally surrender to how people have made you feel all your life. It's all about letting go and surrendering, and how you choose to move forward afterward, that's all on you. If you want to continue to be an asshole like the rest of the people, that's completely up to you. I just genuinely believe karma is real and God doesn't like ugly. So I'm just doing what I feel called to do, and just showing up where I feel I'm called to show up, whether that be in the community with kids, with my artist friends, as in like creative artist friends or musically inclined friends. You know, I just feel like just being that spirit in the room that everyone needs. And it takes a lot. It's not for the weak at all.
We just had an interaction with that dude outside the courthouse. It was like, how y'all artists and you ain't rich? And like, nah, it's
Right,
nothing
yeah.
like that at all.
Yeah. And not to, you know, like, you can tell he's a genuine spirit and he's lost in this world. And those are the type of people I want to show up for. You know, like, he had nothing but positive things to say. And you don't see that randomly. You know, like, I don't know. I feel like if you initiate that type of energy, it's gonna attract to you. I didn't know homie, and he dapped me up right away. Oh, what's up? You free? You free? You free now? No, but I wish. Like, that's what my spirit wants. That's what my spirit feels. I feel free. I feel free. You just have to release and surrender to the process, and that will make it way more smoother moving forward. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but the process, mentally, that's what's going to help you move forward, by surrendering.
On your knuckles, what does that say?
My knuckles. So 1943 is the birth year of my great grandmother, and 1960 is the birth year of my grandmother. Very, very warrior women in my family, and I admire them the most. Yeah, this is the old hospital. It's been abandoned since, I think, before the 2000s. You see, this is what I meant by they start projects and they don't finish it. There's homeless people found in here, but it's blocked off. They say it's haunted, but we're gonna take this right after here. Cause this, right after? Yep, right here. Yep, Bronson Ave. That's where it all happens.
Been a minute since you've been back here?
Yeah, it's been like, I want to say 3-4 years now. 3-4 years ago, I used to sleep out in my car over here on this dead-end block. You see my logo? It's
That's
still
what
here.
you're wanting, right? That trail shit, that real shit. This that make you feel shit.
Wow, Ray.
Look, see, I don't know really where I'm trying to go. See, as I grow, I just teach myself let go. Yeah, every day we get to choose our battles. But life is beautiful when you overlook them hassles. They say you can't do this and you can't do that. Well, look at that, she made another comeback. See, when you're gifted and spiritually uplifted, you see the greatness through the pain and the hatred. My mama told me, baby girl, you gon' make it.